Hi, I'm Reluctant Artsy, and welcome to my channel. Gone. What can I say? It's been 10 episodes. We haven't had the recovery room yet. It's about a half an hour away. And every time an episode ends, I want to get on my computer and I want to record a video and say how friggin' amazing Gone is. Now, you can look at my library of videos and you'll see that I haven't posted a lot. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm certainly not a Twitch person. My upload speeds literally is zero point 0.7 on a good day. My download is 8, but nobody really gives a shit about download. So I can't do Twitch. I'd love to. I think that I'd like the interaction, but I also know that I'd probably not like having idiots come on the chat and have to deal with that, and I have thin skin. But with that said, even though I'm not this main kind of promoter or influencer or anything like that, I'm just a fan who has to speak out. I did so in that first day after watching Gone. I was so moved. And I guess that's probably the best way to describe it. I was moved as a viewer, and it really made me much more aware of myself as an audience member, and also maybe somebody who watches Twitch, I guess for fun, but also critically as well, looking at the whys and wherefores of what works and what doesn't work. Gone works. Gone works better than anything else that I've seen on Twitch. What have I seen? Tons of stuff. That is pretty much 90% of what I watch on the television. I don't have cable or satellite or anything like that. I watch Twitch streams and I watch role-playing streams, and that's what I do. And all different types. About 20 seconds in, I'll figure out whether or not I like something or not. Now, with Nocturne, way back when, probably, back in the fall, Ezekiel was promoting it, and I looked at it, and I stuck with it for about a half an episode, and I really, really liked the blanking out of the screen and stuff like that, and so there were production things that I really liked, but I was lost. I didn't know what was going on, and I was so invested in what Adam Koebel was doing and what D&D Beyond was starting to do, and my Wednesdays were filled with watching what was on the PAX group, and again, my brain, Jerry Holkins and his group. So, I've watched a lot of those guys. I've watched a lot of independent stuff as well, Encounter Roleplay and other streams that I follow. But nothing has come close to Gone. Ezekiel mentioned that it was starting up. I watched it, and I immediately had to comment. And many of you will have seen my initial comments on Gone. When I say that it's the best roleplay on Twitch, I'm including Critical Role. There's an unsubscribe button somewhere down there. Go ahead. This is better. Much, much better. Why? Now, on the plus side, Critical Role doesn't really argue about rules. And I haven't really seen them in the past. And I was a critter up until around, I don't know, I don't even know the episode, but somewhere between 50 and 60 episodes, I guess that's when I started to lose interest and lost what was going on. And I was a bit of an OSR type of snob in a way where I didn't really like the role-playing stuff. And now, of course, I completely and totally get it. And Gone has done that for me. So I've watched all these different things. I can compare it. And I'm not saying that Matthew Mercer is a bad DM by any means. He's absolutely top class and absolutely one of the best. As I said, they don't really argue about rules. They're engaged. They're in character. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know. I enjoy watching them when I do. And I have watched a couple of episodes this year, but really only a couple of episodes. First of all, it's really late for me when they come on. They come on at 11 o'clock at night for me. And by that point, I'm like, I'm done. So the 4 hour investment there is a bit much for me. And then there's kind of the initial talk of all the stuff that they're promoting and all of that. And I just, it's not engaging for me. Gone starts right off and captures you. I think the first scene in Gone, now I haven't looked this up and I haven't rewatched the episode, so I think the first thing that I remember is Autumn on a scooter. The fact that I remember that, I can't remember much else, as you know, but the fact that I remember that is a testimony to Elspeth's ability to create a memory and to implant that. That's insane. That's how good that scene was. And I don't want to get into spoilers because it's just not good etiquette. But wow, we're 10 episodes in, and every episode has got better and better and better. And I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not a fanboy. Yeah, they know my name, but really, that's about it. I didn't know these guys before Gone, other than Ezekiel, and that's because of Court of Swords. Watch another video about Adam Koebel and the Doghouse if you want to get my opinion about how much I miss Court of Swords. Wow. Gone is incredible. The cast is an ensemble. They are a group of streamers that have been chosen for many different reasons, have come together and have gelled in a way that is so unique and so beautiful in a lot of ways. Pumpkinberry is an incredible GM, and her goals, as she clearly says on her stream, is to never talk. And she's come close a number of times. Her direction, her narration, her subtleties, it's all so subtle. Her GM style. It's not over the top. She doesn't need to be the big character. She doesn't need to be the star because she's put herself in the background in order for the cast to be the star. And, in this image that I put up in the beginning, this is the giveaway. Go to Table Story. Find out about the giveaway. Go on Twitch and stuff. But this Nibiru system, they had no clue about. So they come in blind. They start talking and they just are running with it. That's refreshing. That's how I think the original D&D community kind of entered into things, is that they didn't really know what to expect when they went to Dave Arneson's basement. And there was this development of a rapport. That's what's happening with Gone, this rapport with each other, this trust. You can see the trust building and building and building every episode. And trust is so incredibly important in role play. You have, and trust not only with sensitive issues, morality, whatever, a trust in a person's ability to step up in improv. And that's something that is just incredible to watch because it's all improv. The three main characters, John, Elspeth, and Brad, you know, if you haven't seen it, the way that they portray their characters is so compelling, that you should watch this just to see the interaction between those characters. And then there's the supporting cast, which are just as powerful and as amazing as the three main cast. And it's hard to distinguish between the main cast and the supporting cast because really, in my mind, they are all cast members. They're all equal in the task, and they are all essential to the story and essential to what is going on. Yes, the supporting characters have information about the system, and they have information about the story as Pumpkinberry would like it to be lived out. So she's given, I think, a minimal of cues. I think that they know some of the story. There's stuff that she said that she's given them that is not completely accurate. So she's given them stuff to work with, but then there's information within the game itself that their question, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because what's happening is that they truly are improving their way along with guidelines more than rules. Now, I know that there are rules there, but they seem to come across to me as an audience member as guidelines. And yeah, when you fail or when you critical fail, that's going to affect you. And when you succeed, you are really going to succeed. And everybody is into it. Amazing. Katie Peters plays Mythmatic. Domestic Dan, Ezekiel, Classy Katie, and Classy Pax are all brilliant improvisational actors. If you do happen to fall on this video, remember the names of these people, because they already in their own right are very excellent streamers and they do amazing things. I've tried to follow them all. And I've tried to watch them all in different ways when something is appealing to me. I can't subscribe to everybody. I just don't have the means to be able to do that, but I try to support them as much as I can. Certainly Table Story, and I'm now on the Patreon, and I probably will bump up my level as well because I'm getting so much enjoyment out of the shows, not just Gone. But Gone, in the way that it has been produced, the sound, every aspect of it is so compelling. And I'll tell you that there are times when I have tears of joy. And Pumpkinberry expressed in a chat not that long ago that there was a phrase that was used, emotional incontinence, and it stuck in my brain because that makes absolute sense. I am emotionally incontinent at times, and being overwhelmed with emotion is not unfamiliar to me. So crying tears of joy is me, but it's great. And there are tears of fear. It's evocative. I guess that's maybe why I think that it's the best roleplay show on Twitch, is it evokes something within me. I'm not just following the people. And I think maybe that's the difference between my mentality toward Critical Role is I'm looking at Laura, I'm looking at Travis, I'm looking at Marisha, I'm looking at Taliesin, I'm looking at all of these characters, or these people, and I'm getting to know them as them, right? That I'm interested in their reactions more than I'm interested in their character reactions. Now that maybe is on me and not on them. But with Gone, even though I know all these people, and yeah, I've got a cheat sheet so I don't forget anybody, I'm really focused on Dex and Autumn and Lucian and all of the other characters that are coming in and out. Wow. For that 3-hour period, I turn off my phone. I don't go to the bathroom. I am immersed in the world of Gone. Nibiru as a system is just incredible. And get that. But I think why Gone works so well is that they really don't know what's going on. And that just makes it a beautiful thing. Makes it a beautiful thing to watch. I don't know necessarily if you can just simply reproduce this without the lack of knowledge. And there's something to be said about role-playing without really knowing the system and allowing the GM to be more of a narrator and more of a director, as it were, or a facilitator, to trust the world and the mechanics to that individual so that the players can just simply play. When I role play, I want to play. I want to have fun. I want to use my imagination. I do not want to crunch. I do not want to meta. I want to just have a blast. I don't want to be distracted by looking up a rule. I don't want to be distracted by tons of mechanics. I just want to roll some dice. I got a 4. Yay! I get 3 1s. Oh, no. Yesterday's episode, the 10th episode, was epic. The amount of knowledge that was revealed was absolutely fantastic. And remember, the characters, because it's improv, are creating the world as well. It's amazing. So they have not only agency, but they are all GMing in their own ways. The interaction between all of them is so wonderful and so pure and so genuine. They watch each other. The fact that every last cast member, at least recently, and maybe even from the very beginning, they're all watching. Whether they're on the show or not, they're there. And you can tell that they're supporting each other. And when they come off of their scene and the scene changes, they're interacting with the chat. And that's kind of my last point, is why is this the best RP on Switch? Well, there's the RP and there's everything that I've said that I absolutely mean about the cast and about Pumpkinberry and about the production. Whack, a peachy pixelate, amazing music, and Whack and his support, whatever the fuck he does. I don't know. So I blame Brad for that. So, man, oh man, what they've got on Table Story is incredible. But Table Story has something else on their side, which other channels don't really have. The community is beyond excellent. Fools who come in who have the mentality of a 7-year-old are swiftly pushed off, as are the weird kind of teenagers. And I don't mean to insult any 7-year-olds or teenagers. Sorry, I'm Canadian, so I have to say it at least once, or else I don't get my GST check or whatever it is. So You know, the community is so amazing. People are so kind to each other. They're welcoming to new members and new people who are dropping in who are just trying to, somebody will say, "What is happening? I don't understand what's," and somebody will say, "Welcome," and then they'll give a brief description of what's going on, or encourage them to watch from the beginning. But really, the community is supportive. I've only known the community since the beginning of Gone, so 10 weeks now. And I feel very comfortable in the community. I feel like I fit in, whatever that means. Um, and I think everybody feels that way. It's in some ways a comfort to see various different names fly up in the chat. And you feel like you're home. And at this time with COVID-19, feeling like you're home is really important. So Gone not only has the benefit of a strong cast, an incredible support from the table story hierarchy. That's whack, obviously. And so the cast and the supporting cast and the community, they also have this incredible manner, way about the interactions and the support. So when it's, so when Elspeth comes off of a scene and she's so, wow, what the fuck happened there? Oh my God, or John or KPP or Katie, everybody, there's not one person that isn't so enthusiastic about what's going on that they feel that they want to participate in chat. I don't have the sense that they're playing to the audience trying to get new subscribers. I don't know if that's their thing when they're doing it, to be honest. I think that they're just doing it because, man, it's fun. Now, if I were a cast member, and part of that kind of 1% of Twitch streamers, where they're basically professional streamers, they're not doing this to. I don't believe that once they're in, that they're doing this to kind of gain more supporters for their channel. They're really genuinely enjoying themselves. And they're enjoying the community. And for 3 hours of the week, we watch them play in a playground that's just immense. And anything can happen. And we've seen that. Episode 9 and 10 has a particular Shakespearean element to it. And for those of you who know Shakespeare, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But wow. Every episode, insane. Community, insane. The respect that they have for each other and the trust that they have for one another, you can see they're just having awesome fun. And instead of worrying about metrics and all of the numbers and everything like that, for a brief period of time, from an audience member's perspective, it seems as if nothing else matters. That it's just having fun. I guess lastly, apart from all the emotion that it gets out of you and the investment and how evocative it is this idea of the group of people saying to us as an audience, I'm going to take off my slippers now and I'm going to sit on the bed and I'm just going to relax. And let's just do this together. It's so wonderful and refreshing to see that type of attitude in a role play game and on Twitch, to see all of the business aspect of things kind of go to the side and focus on what we really want to do is just lose ourselves for 3 hours. You can't you can't buy that type of entertainment. Subscribe if you can. Patreon if you can. And certainly if you haven't watched it, watch it. This is incredible stuff. And I think that this is monumental. And that's why I'm saying this now. I think that this is going to continue, I hope, for a long time. I can't see it drawing to an end anytime soon. They've hardly scratched the surface of the world. Sometimes you just have to get on YouTube and say what you think, because you think that it's important enough for other people to watch, because they're missing out. I don't care if you subscribe or you don't subscribe. That's up to Pumpkinberry and Brad and Whack. They care. I subscribed because I thought that they were worthy to follow. And I believe that they are beyond that. That I should be giving them monthly what I would spend on, say, a movie. They are incredible. It's there's no words to describe how it makes you feel when you've really invested yourself in it. And I think the other thing is not to go in with super critical eyes looking for the same type of experience that you'd get watching a D&D stream. And when I use D&D, I'm talking about most role play shows that are in that type of genre. It's very different from, say, Good Society, or what else is a good example? Or 10 Candles. Maybe even 5 Torches Deep, though that's a little more crunchy. But other than those type of shows, D&D as a label is what I see as being, you're playing a game with rules. You're playing a game with a certain level of intrusive crunch. Kind of, in some ways, like playing a board game, but with some improv. This is all improv and a system to support the improv. And that's insane. That's just insane. Because it's a completely different viewing experience. So you can't come in and be critical of Gone in that way without understanding why, it's a different experience. I don't know what you call it. Pumpkinberry, I'm sure, has a name for it, but wow, it's insane. So we're approaching 30 minutes, and I've taken up more than enough of your time. Watch. It is the best, most compelling thing that you will watch as a role-playing show if you love role-playing. It's great. Thank you, Table Story, for doing this for us. Keep an eye out for them. They're not that far behind Critical Role in the future. Have a great day.